I just think we're super complex. Like, obviously we can be predictable. Obviously there's lots of similar traits in, like, history and stuff like that. But I think you can't really just use a quote or an Instagram post or whatever to sum up, like, what our lives are like, or, like, what we should do, or who we should be, or like, I think just, like, find contentment, you know? Like, I just focus on something that makes me happy every day. Like, whether it's a leaf that falls really beautifully from a tree, sounds really pretentious, or, like, a beam of light coming into my room, or, like, a friend's smile, or, like, dancing, or having a really nice night out, or, I don't know, anything that makes me happy. Like, reading a book. Because all of the bad stuff that happens in your life doesn't even last that long. Like, you know, like, it's in the moment. Like, you're like, oh my God, I had such a terrible day. But actually, it was just like someone was a dick to you, or you, like, were late for your train or something like that. And, like, the moment wasn't actually that long. In, like, the whole grand scheme of things of your life and that day, it wasn't that big, but you just made it a big thing. So just tackle that as well with stuff that you can, but that can kind of make you happy. And, like, that can start off really small. It could literally just be like, I saw the sun today. And that can build up to stuff like, well, for me it took a long time, but, like, because I was doing it day by day by day. And then I realised, like, no, like, I actually love myself now. Not like, oh my God, my ego. But I just mean, like, you know, like, I admire this person and I'm glad that they're here. When before, I was not glad that they were around. And that's some of the best advice I could give you. But also, if you ever see me around, just come and chat. I think it's important to kind of find your way. I mean, it's hard not to find, like, cliched statements, really, because, you know, you have so many different posts and quotes and, you know, and a lot of them actually sort of either sort of shallow or hypocritical or just sort of impossible, because, like, to live by all of these, you know, or to understand all of these, or to make them your philosophy, to make them your mantra, or whatever. And although I think some of them are true, for sure, I think we are in a moment of, like, we're in a really weird moment, split between two sides of the liberal coin, which is, like, wellness and cancel culture. So the obsession with wellness and, like, being together and, like, your mistakes don't, like, judge, like, don't, like, shape you, and then cancel culture, like, no, your mistakes totally do shape you and they are your fault, and for that you're over. So I would suggest, like, appreciating the small things. That is my biggest piece of advice, and that's what I do every day. I focus on something that make me happy. So even if I had a shit day, like, I can go, like, which probably that shit thing might have only lasted for, like, 5 minutes, less than that. I'll find something that actually was nice and that did make me happy, which probably also just lasted the same amount of thing, and it's all relative. And connections with friends, that's really important. And talking about mental health, that's also really important. Because we all compare so much, and it's so shit, and it does awful things to us. And because we all do things at different times, and we're fucking complex beings, and we're emotional, and yeah. So if you ever see me around, you can totally come up and talk to me about whatever. Yeah.